This is Pokemon Alpha Sapphire video number 79, Tracking Legendaries Part 2. This is the first full video that's completely dedicated to tracking Legendaries. The last part of the last video we kind of started. You can think of that as the prologue, even though that was labeled as Part 1, and this is labeled as Part 2. But like I think I mentioned in the last video, I'm going to try and track these Legendaries in chronological order, or generational order, I guess you could say. So, the Generation 1 Legendaries, which are Zapdos, Moltres, Articuno, Mewtwo, they're all available in Pokemon X and Y. So if you're playing X and Y, you can get them there. Mew is not available in Pokemon X and Y, but Mew is not available in the Generation 1 games through normal gameplay anyway. So this is cool because between this game and X and Y, you can pretty much get all the legendary Pokemon that are obtainable through normal gameplay. So that's kind of awesome. So yeah, that's what we're going to do here. We're going to start with Generation 2. You guys know which who the Generation 2 legendary Pokemon are, so we're going to hop right to it. But first I got to show you what we need to do to get to those Pokemon. So, got to come down here, and somewhere around here is a scanner. So we come down to the Sea Mauville, pick up the scanner down there at the end of the right-hand side staircase, and then we got to take that scanner to the Captain Stern, to get the thing we need to find the first legendary Pokemon. And we need to find these Pokemon first before we find the other Gen 2 legendaries, because you have to have these or one of these two Pokemon on your team in order to even find the Generation 3 legendary or the Generation 2 legendaries. So there's that. So right now we're flying to Slateport to give the scanner to Captain Stern. So while we're doing that, I'm just going to take a look at my last video here and go over the answers to the question of the day, which was, who is your favorite legendary Pokemon? And let's see, Uzumaki Minma says, one does not simply have one favorite legendary Pokemon. This is very true. I should have thought of that. I should have said, who are your favorite legendary Pokemons? But she said hers would have to be Giratina, Yveltal, Darkrai, and Cresselia. Tsunami Wind said my favorite legendary Pokemon, I think it has to be Lugia. I love that Pokemon's theme from Pokemon Movie 2000. And then also told me that your in-game name was Venom, so thanks for that. Yeah, I did see you there. I think I've sent you several O powers. But yeah, thanks for letting me know that's you. I asked the question like almost at the very end of the last episode, like with 6 seconds left or something. But I think my favorites would have to be Lugia and Kyogre. I really like Kyogre. I also like Rayquaza. I've never really used Rayquaza, but I always liked its design. And to be honest, I didn't like Mega Rayquaza's design at first, but it's kind of grown on me after I, kind of used it a little bit in the Delta episode. So yeah, but I think I'd still have to go with Kyogre, especially with the primal Kyogre. I really like the primal forms of both Groudon and Kyogre. So yeah, Kyogre, and then I like Xerneas too. I think Xerneas just has a cool design. When I go, think about favorite legendaries, I don't really think about in terms of strength and using them, because first of all, I don't use them that much. So I just think about which one looks the coolest or which one has like the cooler story. I don't really look at stats. Anyway, I went over there to the shipbuilding yard to see if I could find Captain Stern, and I didn't find him there. So I came over here to the harbor, and wouldn't you know it, here he is. So we're giving this scanner to Captain Stern, and he's giving us the Tidal Bell, which is what we need to find our version exclusive. So yeah. Oh, and I read a little bit about this yesterday. John Tempest sent me a tweet this morning, or I don't know, I got it this morning. I don't know when he sent it. Probably last night while I was asleep. But apparently they are going to announce the new Pokemon games in May. I think they said somewhere around like May 21st they're going to announce the new Pokemon games. Now, I don't know if this is like more spin-off games, you know, like Rumble or Shuffle or, you know, that sort of thing. But you know, everyone's kind of thinking that, you know what, it's going to be like a main game or a main series game. So we'll see. We will see what it will be. This will be fun. Yes, I did. But yeah, so just be on the lookout for that, I guess, announcement here come mid to late May. Is it me, or is the music a little bit loud? I think the music's a little bit loud. I think I'll probably just end up having to turn up my voice volume more on this video, because I usually turn the music volume down, but I think I forgot to do that. And the way I have this video edited, it'd be a pain to turn everything down. Anyway, so we got that Tidal Bell, right? So now we're back here to the to the ship, to the Sea Mauville. This isn't a ship; it's like a base. It's not a ship. We're back to Sea Mauville, and here is a ring, a mysterious ring, floats in the air. Now this is kind of like the ring we saw when we caught Heatran in the last video. Remember? And the other thing about these rings is if you look at Hoopa's design, let me take a look at Hoopa real quick. Hoopa has got these rings all over him. Like Hoopa, like in his confined Hoopa, he's holding those rings. He's got one like around his ear or his horn or whatever. And then in the unbound Hoopa, yeah, I mean he's got more of those rings. Just, you know, he's holding them. He's got them on his body. I mean, those rings are all over Hoopa. So those rings just kind of appearing like that, I think it has something to do with Hoopa. Anyway, I don't know, I'm just seeing all these like Hoopa things now that he's been announced. But hey, we've got Lugia here. And I did turn on Capture Power level 2 for Lugia. If you remember when I used Capture Power 1 to catch Heatran, it upgraded right then and there. And I was able to catch Heatran with a Pokeball, which was weird. But anyway, yeah, catching Lugia now, at least trying to catch Lugia. I did speed up this battle by 1.5 times normal. I asked in the last video if you guys thought I should speed up the battles with the legendary Pokemon or not. I did not actually ask it in the video. I put a comment down in my comment section, and that didn't work. So here you see me. This is just 1.5 times. I didn't speed it up to 2 times. If you like this, great. But if you don't like this, then let me know. Like, seriously, let me know. Because there's going to be a bunch of videos like this where I'm off just catching legendaries. And I know, you know, on one hand, the legendaries take a long time to catch because you're just throwing Pokeball after Pokeball after Pokeball at them, hoping one of them will catch it. You know, so in that sense, yeah, it'd be kind of nice to speed it up. But also, you know, they usually have like their own music, you know, to them. And a lot of people like to hear the music, like the unimpeded, unsped up music. So, you know, that's the case that could be made for just keeping it at its original speed. Ah, that was close. Anyway, so yeah, let me know down in the comments what you think I should do. This is 1.5 speed. I'll have a battle later in this video actually where I do the 2 speed so you can kind of see the difference. Oh, and also what I'm going to do in this video and in all the Tracking Legendaries videos is down in the description. I'm doing all the steps that you need to do in the actual video. But if, you know, you're just looking for quick information, I'm going to put down in the description like kind of a step-by-step process of what you need to do to unlock the legendaries and how to find them. So we've got Lugia and Ho-Oh in this video. In the next video we will have the legendary beasts. That's Entei, Suicune, and Raikou. So yeah, I'll put in the descriptions, you know, where they can be found, how they can be found, and the conditions that have to be met in order to find them. Look at that! We caught Lugia. Awesome. Alright, capture power level 2 is a fight wore off. And now it's just a mysterious ring. And we can't do anything about it. So we will go back up to the surface. You may have noticed that I'm using my Sharpedo. That's just because my Kyogre does not know dive, and I did not want to teach it dive. So I put Kyogre in the box, and I'm using the Sharpedo here while, you know, I'm having to dive. It feels as though you're being watched. When I came, I've come through Sea Mauville here before. When I came through here before, you know, that happened. It feels as though you're being watched. But I didn't really know what that meant. So anyway, I've just turned on capture power level 2. And this letter that we can barely read talks about the odd keystone. So you read that letter, and then you bring up a menu like that basically covers up the screen, like the play screen, and then when you close the menu you should see this stone behind you, and that is Spiritomb. So yeah, Ruby came out because Mayfly is hurt. So this battle is sped up to 2 times. So the Lugia battle was sped up to 1.5 times. This video is sped up 2 times its original speed. So let me know what you like. If you like 1.5 or 2, or if you think I should just keep it at original for the rest of the legendary encounters. I didn't really mind speeding this one up because Spiritomb isn't really a legendary Pokemon. Even though the method to go about catching it is, you know, similar to that of a legendary. But we were able to catch it with a Pokeball, so that's good. The forbidden Pokemon. So yeah, to catch a Spiritomb, you don't have to have anyone with you, but go into that room, read that letter that talks about the odd keystone, and then bring up a menu screen that covers up like your player screen. And then when you close your menu screen down, you should see the little stone there behind you that is Spiritomb. So we're done here. We've caught Lugia and Spiritomb. You may notice the title of this video is Tower Duo, which implies both Lugia and Ho-Oh. And you might be thinking, well Matt, how are you going to catch Ho-Oh? Because Ho-Oh is version exclusive to Omega Ruby, and you're playing Alpha Sapphire. Well, just you watch. Just you watch. Ready for this? So I saved the game in Alpha Sapphire. Gonna go ahead and take out the cartridge of Alpha Sapphire, and wait for it, wait for it, wait for it. Bam! Omega Ruby. So what you're seeing from here until the end of the video will actually be Omega Ruby. Even though the title of this video says Alpha Sapphire, and this is part of my Alpha Sapphire walkthrough, I still wanted to show catching all the legendaries, not just the version exclusives to Alpha Sapphire. So here we are at Sea Mauville, and I've already done the thing here where I went down to get the scanner and take it to Captain Stern, and this time he gave me the clear bell instead of the Tidal Bell. See the clear bell? The scanner is found in the exact same place in this game as it is in Alpha Sapphire, so yeah, if you're playing Omega Ruby, just do what I did as far as getting the scanner and taking it to Captain Stern, and then instead of going back down to that room, come up here. So I'm going to say no, and turn on the capture power so that I can have a better shot of catching Ho-Oh. But yeah, for these Pokemon, it doesn't really make a difference, but there are some Pokemon that are version exclusives. Like, for instance, Palkia is a version exclusive to Omega Ruby. And if you want to catch Giratina in either game, you have to have both Palkia and Dialga in the same game. So I kind of mentioned in the last video, I'm going to have to figure out some way to trade my Legendaries from Omega Ruby over to Alpha Sapphire. Because I don't have a second 3DS or access to one. So maybe I can, like I said, find someone who has a 3DS and let me borrow it. But most people I know don't have a 3DS. They have like an Xbox or PS4 or something like that. Anyway, here we are battling Ho-Oh, and I got the Thunder Wave on it. I was afraid to use Thunderbolt on it because I was afraid it might knock it out, because Manectric has actually really good special attack, and you know, it's 9 levels higher than Ho-Oh. You'll notice my Pokemon in this video are a lot higher level than my Pokemon in Alpha Sapphire, and that's because in Alpha Sapphire, remember when I first started playing, I had the EXP share on and then I turned it off. I did the same thing in this one, except I waited a little bit longer before I turned off the EXP share, so they got a little bit more experience there on the front end. And then also in this game, I turned the EXP share back on a lot sooner. Like, after in this game, the Groudon event, after the Groudon event, I turned the EXP share back on. So they've been getting all that extra experience from the EXP share in Omega Ruby that they're not getting in Alpha Sapphire, which is why my Omega Ruby Pokemon are at a lot higher level. I didn't really expect Metagross to last too long as a Ho-Oh. The reason I sent in Metagross is because he has that hold back move, you know, which is good when it comes to trying to whittle down their HP without knocking them out. It's kind of like False Swipe. So, anyway, I've sent in Swampert now, who should be able to take Ho-Oh's attacks pretty well, except it got burned, so that kind of sucks. So Capture Power 1 I used when I battled the Heatran, and I caught it the first try with a Pokeball. Capture Power 2 I've used for Lugia and Ho-Oh, and they're both proving to be a little bit more challenging. I got my Ho-Oh, 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 Ho-Oh. For those of you who are wondering about my Omega Ruby team, because I'm sure some of you are, of course you've seen Swampert, Metagross, and Manectric. The other three are Breloom, Banette, and Altaria. If I'm going to be completely honest with you, I actually like this team a lot better than I like my Alpha Sapphire team. But yeah, that whole Masquerain, that Surskit Masquerain thing that happened at the beginning of my Alpha Sapphire Let's Play, it kind of messed up my vibe, man. And that was my own fault for not knowing about Masquerain and its typing. I'm glad I kept Masquerain. I really thought about like just getting rid of that Pokemon on my team altogether, but in hindsight, I'm really glad I kept Masquerain on my team. Mayfly. But anyway, yeah, we have captured Lugia and Ho-Oh, so that is awesome. Ho-Oh is the rainbow Pokemon. Oh. I forgot to separate it here, so the rest of the video is going to be sped up, just like the battle was. That's okay, I guess. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. Leave a like, leave a comment. See you next time. Goodbye.